Another way for people to stay in your world and for you to differentiate yourself and to attract the right people are through your opinions. So things you've seen or heard and what you think about them. So two of the key questions that I want you to ask yourself when it comes to forming your opinions or bringing your opinions online are: number one, what do you disagree with in your niche that is hurting your audience? And number two, what do you believe in wholeheartedly? I want you to keep those opinions primarily niche driven, or anything that is linked to the niche. For example, motivation or something about like life growth, mental growth. I don't want you to go too much further away with very polemic opinions. Sure, you can talk about the fact that you hate the color blue, or that you don't eat seafood, or that you're vegan. Those are not, I don't consider those like strong opinions. What we're talking about here are really strong opinions. Those are just life experiences, okay? So very, very important to make a distinction. Opinions are things that you're inevitably going to have people that are going to disagree, and you're going to have maybe some sort of argument there. So for example, somebody's left me this comment: if you're so good at social media, why aren't your videos going viral? And then I reply to it. I talk about how going viral is fantastic, but if that's all you care about, more than likely you're probably not making money online. Because if you're a business owner, you understand that you need a balance, and not every post is meant for reach. So for you to have opinions, you have to have topics. So during the day, you need to search for stories to talk about, not only for your opinions, but also for your lived experiences and anything else that you want to talk about that is related to you. So what do I mean by that? I mean that in my notes app on my phone, I have just one app that I always put all my ideas in. So for example, Stuff Shit to Charge More, Book of Kells. There is an exposition here in Ireland called the Book of Kells, and essentially it's just to see a beautiful, beautiful library. But they thought, how can I charge more? And they made this big deal about this book, this whole exposition around the book, and they just keep expanding and expanding and expanding. Sure, the book is important, but there is a full exposition around this. And finally, they got it right. Now it looks great. It looks fantastic. The exposition is fun. But for 10 years, it was really bad. And like to the point that whenever I took people there, sometimes we would just walk by everything, just see the book, see the library, and job done. So stop destroying what's working because you're bored. Or Opera Palermo versus Vienna. I was in Palermo. I asked people, how much do you charge for an opera ticket there? And I realized it was so much cheaper than one in Vienna. And I was like, hang on, there are two operas. Why are they charging differently? So for you to have opinions and even life experiences, I need you to start documenting what you see while you're living. Okay, so then from the opinion here, stop destroying what's working because you're bored, I created a video.
Stop destroying what's working because you're bored.
But May, my audience is getting tired of my content.
Who said that? Did your audience say it, or are you inventing it? Most of the time we follow someone for a reason, and if that reason keeps changing, then there is no reason to stick around. And that's why your engagement could be dropping and your followers not seeing your content. So
stop destroying what's working because you're bored. It's just an opinion. So what are your opinions or even experiences? Things people tell you, things you live, content you see, as long as those things keep a little click in your brain, plus what's currently being talked about online. So anytime that you see something or you talk to someone, just put that on your list. Put that on your list, and then it's going to help you have more experiences and opinions. Right? So same here. Look at this opinion post that I created about Zara.
Zara has just done something super sneaky that not many people noticed, but that changed the way they do marketing completely. And this has everything to do with how people are reacting to marketing content in 2024. So if you want to upgrade your content and get more reach, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, because Zara is really on the money. You might remember Zara as the company that shared these really weird photos with models making weird poses and everything just looking absolutely awkward. There were even multiple people online trying to replicate their photos and making fun of how they do marketing. This was a completely unapproachable marketing strategy that positioned them as a cool brand. But if you go to their website today, you're gonna find something a lot different. Just take a look at what their photos actually look like today. This looks like a photo that I could send to my friend asking if my outfit looks good. This looks like one of the photos my partner takes of me. And this right here just looks like a casual photo of somebody sitting outside. This is called lo-fi content. And if you want to upgrade your content to 2024, you gotta do what Zara is doing today. And this is exactly why I teach you how to optimize your content and your profile with lo-fi strategies inside our 24-hour profitable profile method. Because if your profile and your content are not optimized and up to date, you could be losing followers and sales.
Okay, cool. So if you're interested in the script, it's, you know, I created a global script. It's pretty much the same always. It's a bold statement. You explain the backstory while relating back to them. You talk about the problem, how you're solving it, and your solution, explain the benefit and CTA. You could start with a curiosity hook as well instead of a bold statement. So curiosity hook, bold statement, and then this. If you watch the video again, trying to pay attention to these, you can clearly see each of these. But that's just a good start for you if you want to start creating your videos. We'll go into more detail later on this, but I didn't want to keep it away from you. So think about, what do you disagree with in your niche that is hurting your audience? And what do you believe in wholeheartedly? I want you to have opinions. Your opinions are going to evolve. You're going to have more opinions, but I want you to have a starting point. So start thinking about that. So let me show you this start of this video right here. It's very similar to the video I showed you at the start. So she starts with a hate comment and then, oops, let me start again. Hang on. There we go. She starts with a hate comment and that says, "You have no shame and a disgrace to anybody over 50.
I'm 55 and I was told I should be ashamed of wearing this dress." One of the lovely comments, honestly, was the first time in my life I ever wore a dress that showed my flat cleavage. She left several messages.
Okay. So as you can see here, she started with a hate comment. She used the green screen. The video isn't that fantastic, let's say, from an editing standpoint, but it has the visuals, it has the messaging, it has everything you need for you to get results here. So using your opinions, calling out BS that you see online, talking about hate comments, they're all gonna help you create a much bigger image for your personal brand. Now think that this lady, she didn't just talk about this topic once, she talks about this topic all the time. So the more you talk about a topic, the more people are going to know you for it. So try to have some really core opinions in your life for you to constantly talk about them.